Hello, everybody. It's me, Demetra K, and I'm sitting there or here with Donovan, the recovering Democrat Sadiq. It is the Demetra K show where we are live. Earlier, we were not live, but today we are live. We did not go live on Sunday because your girl was down. Okay. When I say down, I was down for the count. I
We can
did my
still hear
work.
it. We can still hear it.
Yes, yes, and I probably need to be laid down, but I gotta work.
To the
It's kind of
warrior,
happening.
y'all. Dedicated, y'all. Dedicated to the subscribers.
Yeah, and then kind of when you work for yourself, you got to get up, right? Nevertheless, I will be here for as long as I can. But anyway, the purpose of the Demetra K show is to promote Black love, knowledge, and understanding of all things that go on in the Black community to make us even better people. With the emphasis on even because we are great people, but we can always strive to do better. I'd like to say once again, thank you, Donovan, for sitting here. You were with me on our podcast. If y'all did not see that, check it out. I think it was pretty good myself. But anyway, also like to say a big giant thank you. Welcome to YouTube, X formerly known as Twitter, and Facebook. You are the other side of the conversation. Not only are you viewers, you are family. And we share the link from time to time so that you could give your opinion, ask a question. All I ask is that one, I see your face if I don't know who you are. If you have a picture in lieu of you, also please only make it pertaining to the subject at hand. Don't come up here talking about Elmo, Mickey Mouse, and all of them. You know what I mean? For the sake of time. And we're going to be here, I don't know, about an hour, 20 minutes. I know Donovan usually has something to do on Tuesday. He's always like Heathcliff up to no good, terrorizing the neighborhood. So I'm sure he out there got something to do. And I don't know how long I'm going to be up here. But nevertheless, we were talking about a Sista Trump supporter. Says she don't care what people think of her. So I'm going to show you a video, and it actually was sent to me. So it's going to be very interesting. We're going to talk about Black women Trump supporters. Do they exist? We gonna find out. So, Troy, how you doing? Black America, what's going on with you? I don't know. Brother Don, how are you? Shiloh, how are you? Thank you so much. And Miss White, how are you? Love and appreciate every last one of y'all. Okay, so Donovan, what's going on with you, brother?
Well, like you said, I have things to do. City council meeting tonight. Must make an appearance because I got some complaints I want to bring down to the city council's area. But do us a favor, you guys. You guys know the routine. There's the scrolling banner at the very bottom there. If you want to give 100% of your contribution to the content creator, that is how you do it. We appreciate everything that you guys do, everything that you guys hand out. It is greatly appreciated. It could help her to get some lemon tea. We can help her get some lemon tea, whatever the deal is.
I drank a lot of that yesterday. Lord,
yes. Yes. Also, do not forget to download the African Diaspora News Channel app. Have you guys known that the Prime Minister of Haiti resigned yesterday? How did I know that? The African Diaspora News Channel app. Go ahead and download it, subscribe it, become a member. Do the year subscription. That way you don't have to keep worried about them charging your account and you don't know what's going on, whatever. If not, go to the YouTube channel, become a member or a subscriber over there. And you can still kind of get nice clips and things from Demetra K, Vicky Dillard, Brother Phil Scott, and so on and so forth. So again, we are happy that you guys are here. It's a little overcast here in California. And of course, California people can't drive when it's raining. We just don't know what the hell we're doing.
Overcast days,
yes.
Never sun young, but something about the clouds and her mix. What is that from?
It's familiar. I can't think of it right now.
Raspberry beret.
Right. Rogers Nelson, Mr. Rogers Nelson. So again, guys, do us a favor also. Please like, share, and subscribe this on your platform, and we'll get the message out. Because, fellas, I've been saying all along, stick to your guns and lead. Women will follow. They will follow. Trust me. It's just a matter of time, because how can a woman sit there right now talking about she's the backbone of the Democratic Party and the Democratic Party doesn't do anything for us as a community? They have nothing to stand on at this point. If anything, if you find a Black woman saying, she's a staunch Democrat and all this other stuff, they're eating their own. You saw what Sheila Jackson Lee did to that young Black girl that used to intern for her that was running for the office. They're eating their own. So they can't stand on anything as they used to. And any Black woman that is saying that, she's a traitor to the situation. She's a traitor to the situation. You know that we are in dire straits, and you're talking about vote for Joe Biden. A second Joe Biden term, as I've been saying, means zero. He doesn't have to do anything because he's not up for re-election. We want the money in our accounts right now. He does that, you go right on ahead and vote for the Democrats. You damn right. And you vote for them. All right, let's get into it, Demetri. Let's see what's happening.
Yes, indeed. Black America said, where is everybody? You know, they'll come along shortly. As soon as we get into it, it's like, what we talking about? You know, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So as we know, we are in election season. 2024 is the national election where there will be either the same president or a president that's not new, but new again, if you will. Looks like it's going to be that of incumbent Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump. Donald Trump, I mean, for the most part, he's whooping behind in all the primaries. There's some more to go, but at this point, I think it's kind of, they're just going through the motions now, right? So again, it's going to be a rematch of 2020. Of course, we know that 2020 was hotly contested, where former President Donald Trump said that he was cheated, stop the steal and all of that other stuff, which landed a lot of people in the clink, you know what I mean, as far as the insurrection and all of that. He's facing charges in Georgia for trying to rig the election and just a copious amount of other things. So when you think about Trump and Black people, for some reason, they put Black people in juxtaposition to Trump. How dare you be liking Trump? You're Black. I think that would probably go for anybody, if you're thinking about morals or whatever. I don't know. But so we typically hear about Black men, right? Black men, they're leaving the Democratic Party in droves. Now, I don't know about droves, but leaving more so nevertheless. I think they said in 2020, Black men voted for Trump to the tune of 18%. That's quite a bit, right? Normally, the Democrats get a lion's share of the Black vote. But it is also said that in 2016, Black women voted for Trump to the tune of 4%, 2020 to the tune of 8%. So it doubled. So what is it going to look like in 2024 in regards to Black women? Well, I'm going to show y'all a clip of this beautiful Sister Donovan. I want you to compose yourself, okay? When I put her up here, you're here to work, not here to lust. All right, here we go. I'm going to show you this. As I said, this was sent to me. I'm going to share my screen with you. All right, here we go. Let me move this up for me.
I think you stand with Trump.
I'm not stupid.
I could tell the minute I saw you, your eyes lit up when you saw the Trump flags. As I told her, you know why you stand with Trump? Because beautiful people stand with Trump.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
Huh? It's really good. It's a mocktail. Yeah, from one of the vendors.
So what was your answer? Why do you stand with Trump?
I stand with Trump because he's basically representing us, and everything that they're doing to him is what they can do to us. Yeah. And the system is broken, and he's fighting for us. So I like his policies. I like how he says it like it is, and and Biden gotta go. I'm sick of him.
And what would you say to a Black person that says that you're not Black because you're voting for Trump?
Well, then I guess I identify as a white man. I don't know. I don't care what anybody has to say. I'm a mother. I care about the future of my child, and I care about policies over, rhetoric.
Well said.
Hey, do you know how many times Joe Biden's fallen down on national TV?
I lost count.
Take a guess.
I would say just to be, you said, just to be conservative, yeah. I would say maybe about 10 times.
Ding, 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 ding. Anyone free kitchen? Donald Trump kitchen.
There you go. Thank you for your words.
Now, y'all heard it straight from the sister's mouth. And she said she was drinking a mocktail, so she wasn't drinking real alcohol. Not that that matters, but I just thought I would reiterate that. Excuse me. The sister said, if they can do it to Trump, then they can do it to us. Do it. I don't know, maybe all the indictments that
they can do it to. They've been doing it to us, but go ahead.
Yeah, so they can do it to us. If they can do it to him, they can do it to us. And Trump alluded to that as well. He kind of has some similarities because, he's got these mug shots and he's fighting the justice system, if you will, for Black people. It's the injustice system. She also said that he's fighting for us. And we've heard a lot of people, make that argumentation. Of course, we heard other people make argumentation for the opposite. She also says she likes his policies. We've heard a lot of people say that they like his policies, and we'll get into some of those. She says what a lot of people are saying, Biden's got to go. I'll probably say it 3 times a day myself. Biden has got to go. Okay. And she says when he was asked, she was asked, well, what do you say when the black people would basically, say you're not black because you're voting for Trump? And she says, I don't care what they think. I guess that makes me a white man then. I don't know, but I don't care what they think. And she says it's policies over rhetoric. Now, I like that. Policies over rhetoric. And then she left out of there saying Trump 2024. So the question that I have, and I'm going to get into these comments. Lord, see, oh, God. Emmanuel, you back? Get into these comments. But the question I have is, are there going to be more sisters like her? Because I will say this before I give it to Donovan. Most people that I've spoken to in the last couple of months, black people that said they are voting for Trump, have been black women. Now, maybe that's because I maybe know and interact with more black women, but I haven't talked to, as a matter of fact, I can't think of the last black person I talked to that said that they would vote for Biden again. Donovan, and I'm going to get to you guys' comments as soon as Donovan's done.
That was a chocolate sister.
I knew you was
oh my God. I don't know what her face looked like, but I'm going to tell you that body and that, anyway, go ahead.
I know you.
I'm very observant when it comes to that, but no, you're absolutely right. There are a lot of, unfortunately, it's the younger women. It's the younger women that are looking and thinking about the future of their children like they're supposed to. Again, I'm not trying to bash the older generation, but we got to call a spade a spade. We got to speak out the facts. Nothing has been done since the civil rights movement, and nobody benefited from civil rights and the programs that came out of that era than the people who actually fought it. Nothing, the ball has not moved since. So you're looking at young people who are seeing Democratic policies, abort your babies, the destruction of the nuclear family, a lot of rhetoric. You guys heard her say there's a lot of rhetoric. They talk a good game, but there's nothing tangible that is coming down. And I honestly believe that this is what the younger people are starting to see. Democratic Party, recreational weed. Hey, Demetra, ladies in the chat, I'm going to tell you, the next legalized thing is going to be prostitution, and they're doing it right now. Prostitution is going to be legal right now in 9 states. Me and Demetra and I were talking about this just before we came on air. In 9 states, there are laws on that they're trying to push laws. It's in the state legislators where they want to decriminalize the prostitute. Of course, you got to get the Johns because that's where your money is. But they want to decriminalize the prostitute versus the John. But see, and that doesn't make any sense. And you can tell that's a feminist type situation to fix a problem. If the woman is still out there selling sex, how does that stop the John from trying to buy it? It just doesn't make any sense. I'm not saying, the woman should be criminalized because, she's a sex victim or whatever, but they don't think this whole thing through. So the only way you're going to do it is to legalize it. You've already done the alcohol. You've done the weed. What do you think is next? Basically, a lot of women in the United States are sex workers. When they talk about their entrepreneurs and this, that, if you have an OnlyFans page, you're a sex worker. If you're working at a strip club, you're a sex worker, so on and so forth. But I digress. The Democratic Party, in regards to the older women, oh, Joe Biden, you're such a good man. The one lady that was in the church, he a good man. They don't understand. You a good man. But they can't name one bit of policy that the Democratic Party has done since 1968 in regards to bettering Black people. So, again, fellas, we have to lead. And as we go, so does the Black community. This is why we got to get back into our families, into the communities, and start taking charge. In real time in Chicago, what is happening in Chicago? They're seeing what happened to California, what happened here in California. And they're trying to prevent it. And Eric Adams, he sees it now. Oh, I just got to just renounce sanctuary city status, then we can get rid of these people. So yes, I'm not saying there's a lot of black women that already knew what was going on, but in general, the younger black women, Generation X, Y, millennials, they see what's going on. They see that there's no future for their children, and if they don't change behavior, you're going to get nothing in the end. I mean, they're bringing in migrants in real time. They're bringing these people in real time. That's not going to affect us. That's going to affect our children and our grandchildren. That's who it's going to affect. So yeah, but let's get into the comments. I know everybody's got some great responses.
Yes, they do. Lots and lots. Emmanuel, how you doing? I would love really for you to come up here. Again, we don't bite, you may, just a little bit, but not hard. To come up here and speak your mind. You said you think she may be drunk. She's not really stating any policies, but what if the policies for her are not exactly directed toward Black people? I've heard a lot of Black people who like Trump say they like him because they made more money under the Trump administration. I guess some could argue for free enterprise. Take case in point, right? You have TikTok, the Congress, the House, and I guess some in the Senate. They want to get rid of TikTok because they say, Chinese, the company ByteDance may be stealing people's information when you can really just take your children off of TikTok. I guess that's a hard concept. Anyway, Joe Biden said that he would sign it. If it came across his desk, he would sign to get rid of TikTok. But you have Trump that says when he was asked about it, what do you think about the Congress want to get rid of TikTok? He says, I guess I could see what they're saying, but I don't like it. He says, because for one, that would give Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, more of a monopoly over social media, which is absolutely true. But then you have the other case in point of it's a lot of people making loads of money, not just from TikTok, but all other forms of social media. So if you ask me, and you didn't, but I think it's more to it than, they're corrupting our children. Hell, these demons in America are already corrupted. What else could corrupt them, right? I think it's more about there's a good young working class on TikTok making hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars, and they'll never feel the need to go work at Walmart, Amazon, Taco Bell, right? Because they're making a whole bunch of money on TikTok. So I think that has a lot to do with it. But Trump is like, no, I'm not really for getting rid of it. So that to me is just one example. And then we could go from there. But let me get to these comments. Enraged Pinky told, how you doing? Says, I'm voting for Trump because of policy. But there'll be somebody to tell you no when you're not, right? Your average logical thinker says, earlier Demetra called you out, Donovan, and said you fronting with the love for chocolate sisters. No, he liked chocolate sisters too. Donovan tried to make it seem like he just liked the chocolate sisters. Donovan like them all, I've seen probably seen Donovan with more red bones than chocolate sisters. But that's just me. I haven't seen Donovan with every woman. Just kind of putting it out there. Benito, how you doing? He said, riding with Biden. Okay. Shiloh, if I didn't already, how you doing? Says, oh my, what a sister. Lord. Yeah, she was beautiful, wasn't she? And Miss Sweet Talk says she also has to be drunk and non-Black to speak her mind. Interesting, these comments, right? Like, why she got to be drunk? But she clearly said it was a mocktail, which means it's fake, right? It's non-alcoholic. But yeah, that's kind of like the Democratic talking points. If you're not riding with Biden, not singling you out, Benito, or voting blue no matter who, then you got to be drunk. Got to be something wrong with you.
Well, I got a question for you, and people in the chat. Why is it that when the other groups vote Republican or whatever, which most of them do, they come here under Democratic policies, then they get their businesses and start making money and doing all this great things that America is about, then they become Republicans and conservative, right? Nobody questions their political affiliations or even challenges them. But when a Black person says, you know what, I'm gonna do something different, oh my God, they want to talk about your mama. They act like they act like you're just this Benedict Arnold type person. Why is it that we don't have a choice to be non-monolithic like the other groups?
I was having a coughing attack. Emmanuel say Trump offers what?
Close the border.
if I put the link in, would you click it to come up? I'm gonna put it in just for Emmanuel, nobody else at this moment. I will open it up for everybody else, but I want to see if he wants to come up. This is not gonna be, you know, a powwow or nothing like that. We're just gonna have a nice conversation. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the comment section just for you. Only Emmanuel, please click this link for now. There we go. Okay. Mikey says, well, at least I know if I need a second job, I can lift up my leg over there and on 3rd Street. Quick as $5 ever. I'll make you send us a joke. Purdy Williams, how you doing? Says, does anyone remember the stand in line Zoom call Biden made with black political activists shortly after taking office? Yeah, he said, y'all gonna need to, I know what I'm talking about, paraphrasing. Y'all need to listen to me. And y'all need to, you know, learn how to work with the Hispanics because they're here and there's nothing you can do about it, blah, 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 sort of speak, right? So, yeah, I remember. And it was like, oh, my heart be still. Okay, let's see. Skip it all down. Miss Lachey Bay, how you do, Ben? Said America is a-hole. Yes, indeed. And Sister Shirley, how you doing? Says Eric Adams will not be a second-term mayor. Nope, I don't think Brandon Johnson will be either. They out of there. Tiffany Nino Brown, Henyard, if she don't go to the clink first, she ain't gonna be second term either. It's crazy, but yeah. A-Ray Speaker says Trump funded HBCUs, Biden slashed the funding. He says Trump had good economic and foreign policy. The Democrats have 60 years of destructive policy. Yeah, well, I mean, if you really want to think about it too, Donovan, I think you mentioned Haiti earlier on. What's going on in Haiti has a lot to do with what administration?
The Clinton administration.
And what were they?
Democrats.
What happened with Libya and Gaddafi?
Clinton administration assassinated the man, and now there's mass slavery going on there.
And what a minute! And what party was that?
Democrat.
Oh, my heart beats.
The U.S. military forces in the modern age since the 1990s, mercenary force. We go in there to defend oligarchs.
Right, and yeah, Common Man, I agree with you. How you doing, by the way? TikTok is just the first. There's too many people making money. I mean, y'all remember with the whole cryptocurrency, people was making all kind of money and stuff, you know, and then that kind of went belly up. I have my theories about that, but I won't say them on here. I won't get in trouble. But that was a whole bunch of people that have to go back to work. So you got a lot of young entrepreneurs who are millionaires sitting on TikTok making content and making money and other platforms. That's a whole workforce that could be at McDonald's. Are you crazy? I also remember Joe Biden is a corporatist. So his homies is like, yo, you need to, you know, because they always like to tout the job numbers. Oh, we added 270,000 more jobs today and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, well, what kind of jobs are those? Are they the type of jobs where I could go to one job, punch a clock, do my 8 hours, collect a check that's going to sustain my household and not, you know, on a meager level, but decently, right? And if I'm a man, is it going to allow my wife to stay home? And is it going to allow my wife to raise my children? The answer is no. Emmanuel, if I could see your face before I bring you up, I'd love and appreciate you for that. And then you can blank it out if you want. Nobody else can see you but me. Hello, you there? As soon as you show me your face, I will bring you up and then you can blank it back out if you want, if you don't want anybody else to see you. So I'll wait for him to do that. I'm watching. Marlo Factor, how you doing? And Sagittarius Goddess, I didn't say hello to you, but how you doing? And Dwayne, what's going on with you? I'm reading your comments, but I see you clicked on here, so I love to. Okay, I got you. You can blank it out if you want to. Are you all right like that? Okay, cool. All right, so I'm gonna bring you up. I saw him. All right. How you doing, dear brother?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you beautifully. What's on your mind?
Okay, I'm doing all right. I just think that, I don't know, I think I'm hearing some feedback.
You know what? Let me put myself on mute. And do you have anything else playing in the background, like a phone or something?
I'm just wondering how I can hear you.
Okay, I'm gonna put myself on mute and then let me know if you still hear it.
Okay. Okay. This is so bad.
Are you hearing like feedback or something?
Yes, I am. It's like it's delayed.
Okay, so do you have a phone or something else on other than what you're using to be on here?
I have a speaker going on my computer.
That's what it is. So you got to turn that off or mute it because
So then
it'll
how
back
can I
it'll,
hear you then?
huh? Yeah, it'll give you reverb. So let me know when you do that, and then we can go ahead with you. But in the meantime,
Yeah, I'll just I can't hear you. I'll just speak. I just think that you seem to be focusing on promoting Trump, but you never state his policies. You say one policy that you do mention is the border, and just the whole Trump idea just reminds me of Germany, 1940. He has his scapegoats, transgender. He has the Mexicans. He has blacks if you're not patriotic enough. It just and who likes Trump in his own cabinet? No one likes him. He can't. His vice president, no one likes him. His chief of staff, no one likes him. His attorney general, no one likes him. But Trump is the savior. He's going to save the black community. How? You guys don't name his policies. You can keep on bashing immigrants and think that's the answer. That's not going to help us. It almost seems like you want us to be rock bottom before we wake up and try to solve our own problems. But all I hear in this chat is bash Democrats, bash Democrats, bash Democrats. I don't hear specifics in terms of the GOP or Trump offer. And the immigration policy wasn't that pushed through the Congress? Who denied it? It was GOP who denied it. They reneged. They didn't want to go along with the bill because Trump had to keep on bashing the illegals. Right. So if you're a real Trump supporter, just state his policies one by one so we can analyze them and see how it benefits the black community. That's all I'll say for now. I'll just listen to what you guys have to say.
Okay, so I have one question, and then I have maybe Donovan has some. Did I ever say that I was a Trump supporter? Emmanuel?
Can you hear us? Remember, I think his
You really have to say you're a Trump supporter. You bash Democrats 24/7. There's nothing that Democrats do that's right. The person who's there is a recovered Democrat person. So you always have a slant against Democrats. That's just known. That's just,
well, I think it's viewed as a slant. Thank you. A slant against Democrats because Black people have been voting predominantly Democrat for over 60 years, right? And so when we always ask the question, what do we have that to show for voting for the Democrats? Now we always have the discussion that, and I'm nonpartisan, by the way. I'm not Republican nor am I a Democrat, but we always have the discussion and we say we know the Republicans aren't necessarily friendly to Black people either. But if I am going to be forced to vote, and I know you've heard this a lot, Emmanuel, oh, you got to vote for the lesser of two evils, right? Well, if we're logical and not emotional, logic being the operative word, if we're logical, then we take Trump's, let's call it a rap sheet, and then we take Biden's rap sheet and we line it up and we look logical, not to vote blue no matter who, because we're emotional. Trust me, I should be a Democrat. As I said once before, I fell on my knees when Obama got elected. So I'm not up here lying to kick it. You know what I mean? But when we line up their work, their body of work, and let's break it down a little bit more simple. In regards to Black people, now answer the question. Who is the lesser of two evils? When you look at it logically, not from emotional standpoint, who would be the lesser of two evils?
If you line them up, the Democrats are better. I mean, they
Okay, why?
protect the middle class. There's
You said
bills
more class?
for consumers in terms of like I remember Obama had something for the credit cards. I just they're good for the environment. They're good for the middle class. They're good in terms of civil rights. I mean, if you look to see, you won't see Trump doing anything about these racist groups, these white supremacists. You won't see him do a damn thing. And in fact, he'll support it. He'll. I mean, there won't be any attorney general looking into those types of cases. I
Well,
think
can I ask you a
you
question?
also have to look in terms of the foreign policy.
Okay, but
Look
let's
at
stop right.
foreign
Let's stop
policy
right.
and look to see how Putin is encroaching on the Eastern Europe and how he wants to resurrect USSR. That's dangerous. I mean, it's just like Trump just allows Putin to invade Ukraine. Now it could be the other like ex USSR states like Georgia. So you got to be careful with trying to or allow Trump to be in office. It can cause a lot of chaos. Okay, it can cause World War III. And the fact that Trump doesn't even care about NATO or thinks that doesn't support it. I mean, we have allies in Europe who rely on NATO, so that doesn't matter anymore.
I mean,
Okay?
I
So
want.
do you really want a world in which USA is not the world power? Do you want
Okay. Let me. Okay.
USSR? What is it? Russia
Got you.
to be the world
I
power?
know we got a little bit of a delay, but let me
I mean,
just.
I don't know. It just seems like
We got a
we
little
have
bit
to hit rock bottom
of Emmanuel.
for things to go chaotic before.
Oh, let me. You said a lot of stuff. I was trying to take notes, trying to address as many of them as I can. When you say civil rights, I know that's what our ancestors fought for, and I was give them the baby boomers and even the silent generation. I'll give them credit because they did at least get something for their voting civil rights. Civil rights has not helped Black people since then. As Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, how in the hell are you going to have civil rights when you don't even have human rights? So we got to be thought of as human first before we get civil rights. The civil rights is a false idea. And that's what parties like the Democrats keep pumping to Black people. Your civil rights are in danger. But I mean, what have the civil rights done for you in the first place? Hold that thought. Let me get to some of the other points. And you said something about Trump or Biden did something with the credit cards. When you said that, the first thing that came to my mind was what happened in 2008. Well, we know what happened in 2008. I was a personal banker at that time, and that was the housing market crash. Well, who was president then? Was it an Obama? And when they was doing Occupy Wall Street, and all these people were going to come take out their money and all this other stuff. Well, how many bankers and banks did or CEOs go to jail? Well, how many people lost their houses? You know, under the Obama administration, that
Okay.
Wait.
The last thing I heard was about Obama.
Okay, hold on, because I know you have a little bit of a feedback, so I just want to get these points out, then let you talk.
Yeah, no. What he's saying is he missed it. His speaker went out.
Oh,
so he didn't hear.
I was saying about the Obama. You said something about credit cards. I think you were saying something Trump did, but for whatever reason, people don't understand about what happened under the Obama administration. A lot of Black wealth was lost through that housing market. And no CEOs that I can remember have gone to jail for that, but a lot of people lost their houses and their wealth and a whole lot of other stuff. Now that happened under Obama, who was what? A Democrat. Then you said bashing.
Okay.
Wait.
2008. Wasn't 2008 when Obama got elected?
Yeah.
So all these things were occurring prior to Obama.
You know what?
The housing market.
Wait.
So the auto companies.
Wait, hold on.
Don't blame it on Obama. That's all
wait. 2008, 2009, who was at the helm in the White House? It was Obama, right? Did he not? turn a blind eye to a lot of people who could have took their ass to jail that caused that housing crash? He was in office, right?
Bush was in office. Okay, that housing market crash
It
occurred
happened
during Bush.
2008.
It was Obama who was
Hold on, brother. I know you got a little bit of a delay, but I let you talk. I'm almost done. Let me finish it. You can rebut anything I'm saying. 2008, 2009. See, that's the other talking point of the Democrats. Oh, that happened before them. But Biden sat his ass up there and said, I wrote y'all the stimulus checks when most of that was given by Trump. But he joined in on that. But all of a sudden, he don't have nothing to do with anything else. The other thing, what you said about the bashing the immigrants, who did they call the porter in chief?
Okay, you know what? I'm trying to have a conversation, but there's a feedback. I have to turn off my speaker to listen to you, and then when you're talking about the stock market crash and the housing market, that wasn't Obama got in office in 2008. How can you start blaming a person who got in office at 2008? It was
How long did that housing market crash take place?
That was all the policies that Bush Jr. had. The free lending of money occurred during the Bush years. That free lending happened during the Bush years. So you can't blame it on Obama, who was
at the helm and had the power to put mugs in jail. Who was that?
Okay, we're talking about put people in jail. What are you talking? You're talking about the housing market or putting people in jail?
Did any CEOs who was doing this predatory lending of these companies and this, that, and the other, did any of them go to jail? Did they get a bailout?
Yes, they got a bailout.
Who bailed them out?
Okay, so you're blaming Obama because he
Wait a minute, brother.
Put people in jail?
Who bailed them out? Who bailed them out?
The U.S. government bailed them out.
That's the problem that I have with Democrats is y'all gonna skirt the issue and you just answer the question, brother. That was under the Obama administration, but had Trump's orange self been in that White House, y'all would have blamed Trump.
Oh my God.
I mean, and then what else did you say? You said he's emboldened or something like that, the racist. Do you not know Biden, the one that y'all caping for? Talking about his mentors was James O. Eastland and Robert
Thurman.
He holding hands. He eulogized one of them. They big time Dixiecrat racists who didn't want black people to do nothing. Said not racism today, tomorrow, or segregation today, tomorrow, forever. He said those are my mentors and I love them. But yet you mad at Trump, but you're not mad at Biden, who been in office or Senate and Washington for 60 years, running around calling racist, admittedly, openly racist, his buddies. But you mad at Trump? I'm just asking. And hello to everybody that came on here. I'm trying to, hopefully Donovan is saying hello to y'all.
Yeah, well, I just want to say this. If we're talking about the bailout, it doesn't matter when it happened. Who is on the watch? You can't be the president and say, well, I can't do anything about that because you're the president now. Now, in regards to that, people were, the economy was destroyed. Nobody was held accountable. You're going to give a bailout to Wall Street, but you won't bail out the very American taxpayer victims? That doesn't make any, it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't hold any water. So again, you have to look at it from, you can't just pick and, pick this, pick that. If we're going to start picking stuff, then let's talk about Joe Biden recently. And again, these are facts. Did not the Democratic Party, Joe Biden's administration, come in, just like the Biden administration, with the presidency, the House, and the Senate? You have 2 years to do whatever it is you want to do. For 2 years. Did Biden do anything to codify anything in those 2 years? Everything that he promised that he was going to do for black people, did he not say, you give me the Senate and you give me the Senate, I will get you police reform. I will get you a George Floyd bill. We gave them the Senate, we got anything. Now, specific to Black people, that's what we're talking about. The Democrats play a good game and they talk a good game, but substantially, nothing comes of it. Now, you talked about NATO and all this other stuff. I'm a military person, military officer. I spent 24 years in the military. If you're a military person, thank you for your service as well. But you also got to remember this, and it doesn't take a genius to understand this. When two countries have an atomic bomb, nobody can use it. Nobody can use it. So this thing about, NATO and the Russians stuff, we're not worried about that. That's called white civil war. That's called white civil war. We're not worried about that. Was it not Trump that said, you know what, you guys aren't paying your fair share of this defense organization. We need you to pay your fair share. Do you know how many billions of dollars that has saved the taxpayer in the United States from having to pay for what these other people were skirting? Every time there's a problem in the world, the United States foots the bill. Trump was like, that's not good business. We're not doing that. Like I said, I am not a Trump supporter, but I can say there are some things that he is right on. Are there some things that Biden is right on? I'm not saying he isn't right, but is he following through? He isn't. Student loan debt, which helps everybody, didn't do it. Everything that he promised that he was going to do, he didn't do it, and it's just unfortunate. So yeah, I'm glad he came up. I'm really glad he came. Sorry he had a sound problem, but again, when the facts, it seems to me, when the facts start rolling, problems start happening. So let's get to these comments.
Yeah, I'm gonna put up the link if anybody else wants to come on here. I only want to hear from people who are defending Biden and are upset that anybody would want to vote for Trump. And I hope you guys are clear about that. And then I'll open it up for, everybody else after this. So I only want to hear from people who are defending Biden and are upset that people are voting for Trump. Zariah, how you doing? It says Biden even promised more stimulus money. That's the only thing I was paying attention to at the time. Yeah, he told them in Georgia, if you vote for me, or not him, but it was Warnock and Ossoff. Y'all get them in office, checks gonna roll out immediately. And then he reneged, talking about, Trump already gave y'all something, but I'm a, put in on that. So it's like he just straight up lied. And, that just, it goes over people's heads and they give him a pass. But had that been Trump, oh my God. And again, I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm nonpartisan, but I'm saying let's use some common sense here. What have the Democrats really done for Black people? Like, I'm not going to continue to defend nothing, Let's see. Darren, how you doing? Michael, how you doing? It says, according to the study, only people at the top benefited from tax cuts, not so much people at the bottom. Yeah, that's kind of usually how it is. One, who cares? How you doing? I hope you're well. Brother Damon, what's going on with you? Ellie Manuel says, I can't listen and respond via audio because of feedback, missing your points, and can't actively rebuttal. I understand. Yeah, you must have something playing on in the background. That's usually what it is. You have to turn off everything other than what you're watching. Or you're using, otherwise you will have a lot of reverb going on. So Brother Don, you say very few. Donovan and Orion Freeman, how you doing? He says Biden and was and is a professional fluffer. I don't even know what that is. I'm scared to even ask.
It's in the adult industry to keep the guys, before they have the pills, to keep the guys going.
Quincy, hi. Did I say hello to you already? But if I didn't, how you doing? He says, I don't have no student loans. Okay. Lucky you. No problem, Vaughn. How you doing? Vaughn is my long. I think Vaughn is the first person I met when I moved to Riverside. Oh, gosh, 1983, 82, 83. How you doing? And Chef's number one save the planet. He says she so 2024. Okay. Your average logical thinker says, but they are making Lincoln Riley Act, and we still ain't got an anti-Black police brutality bill. So that was the young student thing that was deleted, for lack of better words, by an immigrant. That it's kind of been a talking point on both sides. They're kind of using it to say you're using her name, and no, you're using her name. I know Biden brought it up in the State of the Union address or something like that.
But at this point, how as a Black person can you not see in real time what is going on? This is no more a assumptions. This is happening in real time. We are being replaced in real time. They are lying to our face in real time. I'm going to tell you one thing that really disgusted me this weekend, or was it last week or whatever? You've got the so-called Boulay Howard University students twerking it up in the vice president's residency. Show me where Asians are doing that. Show me where white people are doing that. You see what I'm saying? The lunacy that goes on in the Black community. And this is acceptable behavior from Democrats. See, this is how the Democrats want us to be, childlike. Oh, we'll just dance, we'll just sing. Don't worry that we're destroying you quietly and killing you softly, like the song. We're killing you softly. That was disgusting what Kamala Harris did, and how those educated young Black kids that go to an HBCU are acting. These are our leaders. This is the talented 10th. These are the people that are supposed to lead us because they're so highly educated. This is how they act in the people's tax-paid houses? Really? I mean, I just don't. This is and these are the Democrats. Show me in a Republican gathering where you see young people acting like that. Show me. And I know we're not, and I'm not trying to say one is better than the other, but what I'm saying is, where's the decorum? Where's the professionalism? You got a mayor up in Dalton, city girl mayor, acting like a city girl. So you're the vice president of the United States, and you've already been exposed. You're never going to win anything here on out. And this is the type of gathering you have for the talented 10th Boulay sororities and fraternities of HBCUs.
Yeah, I haven't seen any footage from that, but I heard they was, is that where they was playing Sexy Red up in there? Did anybody ever find out what song they was playing?
Hands on the knees, hands on the knee. I don't know. I have no idea. But what I'm talking about, where's the decorum? This is why the world views Black people in the United States as a joke. You could tell these Negroes anything. Matter of fact, Mama, I'm going to United States of America. And when I get there, I'm going to open a business in the Black community because they will prop me up and I will take my dollars outside of the community. They all know the playbook. We like to have fun. We like to kill ourselves with the alcohol and the blunts and all that. All I got to do is stock my thing with that and they will come. It's sad.
I had another coughing attack. I can't laugh too much. I put in the link if anybody wants to come up and say why they are pro Biden and against Trump. That's all I want to talk to at this moment. Common Man says, I'm 100% President Donald Trump supporter. Please, I know what he's done in New York and in Washington, D.C. Y'all just don't know the truth. And Emmanuel would say sneakers. So you're talking about the Trump sneakers? Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right, let's see. Miss Lachey says bad behavior is rewarded. When it comes to Black people in this country, they can't have any Fannie Lou Hamers, Malcolm X. Come on, Don. Right.
Yeah, Emmanuel put in there 3.7% unemployment level. Okay, it's at 3.7%. But what is the employment level for Black people? There's a significant difference. See, you're incorporating everybody. We're talking about a specific group, a group that he needs to win an election. He's not going to go to the Hispanic. The Hispanics are a very big group in the United States, but there's not enough of them to lead them to victory. You want to know why? Just like white people, Hispanics are basically 50-50 when it comes to the two parties.
Let's play Pound Town up in the white. Because I can't think of any Sexy Red song that would be, oh, that was okay. I can't think of one.
Yeah, so Emmanuel, what I'm saying is you're using stats that incorporates everybody. Now, remember, if we're only 14% of the population, let's just take that 14% and you look at the unemployment rate of Black people in that 14%. And I'm going to tell you, it is super high. It is more like 12 to 15% in the Black community.
Wow. Yeah. And usually it is, but yeah, when you're looking at the All Lives Matter numbers, and yeah, you'll come up with that. But and then for unemployment, and I used to work for the census, so I know a little bit about it. For unemployment, a lot of people don't always report. They just stop reporting.
Right.
they check out. Maybe they're doing something else to earn money. So there's a lot of people who have just fallen off of the grid, right? So those numbers are usually always skewed, and they don't really reflect the true number. And usually that number is a lot higher. And Quincy says, I never voted in for my 48 years. I registered this year and I'm voting Trump. See, people ain't talking about that sector of people, regardless of what color they are, that are like, you know what? Things are so effed up under the Biden administration that I'm going to register and I'm going to walk myself into that booth and I am going to select Donald Trump. See, instead of if I was on the Democratic Party, instead of keep trying to sell to Black people that Trump is the boogeyman, and he might be, I don't know, but instead of saying, he's the boogeyman, that's why you got to vote for Joe Biden, tell Black people why they should vote for Joe Biden. Like, give some particulars, some specifics of what he's done or going to do for Black people, and not, no lip service, as Dr. Claude Anderson said, contractually, right? Put it in writing what you're going to do for Black people. But keep trying to demonize Trump. Obviously, people like Trump for whatever reason. And the thing is, people like Trump before he ran for office. He was that guy. Everybody aspired to be, Trump. They saw him as a symbol of wealth. And he was just, silver-tongued salesman and the life of the rich and famous with Robin Leach and all that other stuff, right? I told my age with that one.
Right. Now, a lot of people are saying that Trump hasn't promised Black Americans anything either. That's not the point. The point is, as you've seen, there's a big movement within the Black community where people are saying, I don't like either of these people. I'm going to sit on the couch. See, so it's we know both parties are white supremacist. They're both white supremacist parties. We know that. But for some people, they want to vote their wallet. They vote their interest. That's fine. But at the end of the day, he doesn't have to promise us anything. But what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again. Maybe if let's just hypothetical. For one cycle, we overwhelmingly vote Republican because we already know what Donald Trump's going to do. We've seen what 4 years of his administration is going to do. So there's no fear there. Let's say we do that and the Democrats start losing all of these elections that keep coming down. Do you think that might change their behavior in what they need to deliver in regards to Black people? 14% of the population, and yet we're 60% of the homelessness? Make that make sense. Please do the numbers correctly. How does that happen? That is telling you right there, it is a direct genocide against Black people by the policies of the United States government. So if you don't want to vote Republican, that's fine, because they can only count the votes that are cast. If you don't vote, that's a vote for Trump. That's bull. They only can count the votes that are cast. So a lot of people are sitting on the couch. They don't care about either of the party. Now, again, how does that help if you don't vote? It doesn't. So what are a lot of people saying? We're at the bottom. It doesn't matter. Either way it goes, we're in a trick bag. But the thing is to continue to give one party who is more hostile toward our community than another party, that's ridiculous. If you look at the history of the Democratic Party, they have done more harm to Black people than the Republican Party. Let's go back to the 60s. Let's just go back 60 years real quick. If you look at the voting, if you go to the Congress thing and you look at the voting record during the 1960s, Demetra, who voted against the civil rights legislation more so during the 1960s? Who was fighting against the civil rights legislation that came up? Oh, she can't talk. Yeah.
Hold on a second. Deacon, if you don't want to show your face, you can blank it out. But if you're fine, I'll bring you up.
Yeah. It was the Democrats. Overwhelmingly, the civil rights movement and all the bills that were passed in the 1960s was supported by Republicans. Doesn't make them any better. They all have their agenda, but we got to call a spade a spade. We just got to call it with the way it is.
Yes, and thank you, Deacon Weezo, for crazy talking about Trump is hold on, you on mute, the first Black president. You wilded. But anyway, go ahead. I can hear you now. What's on your mind?
Oh well, first off, I want to say thank you to both of you guys. Also, I'm coming from Florida, and I'm on this Trump crusade, educating. I'm going in Black churches, trying to educate the masses and let them know, that we need Trump in there. When Trump was the president, we had money in our pocket. People were spending the PPI loan money. The Chicos and the Migos, it's stinking the hood now. It got the taco truck smell. You can't go nowhere without seeing like they all us dying out and they replacing us. They giving them food stamps, everything. And it's sad because we as black folks, we don't get no reparations. We homeless out here. We homeless in Cali, in y'all communities. These Democrat ran cities, they destroying us. And what's sad about it, they don't have no abortion clinics in none of these migrant camps, but they tell black women not to be with us black men. They broke our families up. All kind of things that the Democrats have continued to do, and I just watched them destroy us. And the sad thing about it, you see the NAACP, the Black Do Caucus, all these black groups speak for LGBT and illegal migrants, but they have not said nothing about black children and black men or any. We don't get nothing. So the sad thing about this is, y'all, and you know the deacon can get wound up now. The black churches, none of these pastors ain't saying nothing. So I go in there and I just try to educate them if they let me, and let them know that this ain't no game. We are tired of this, and we finna raise hell. Joe Biden cannot win, and I hope the Chicago race get him out of Chicago when the Democrats come, and they need to run them up out of there because it's not fair that they could come in our cities, make money, and do us the way that they doing us, y'all. And so I'm 45 years old and I'm watching black men die. We're not even living past 46. We got no health insurance. We dying of stress, homelessness, even in the I work, I got my own home and everything, but I gotta work 5 jobs just to make it. And you gotta hustle on the side. I have never seen inflation in gas and oxtails down here cost $50 an oxtail. The chicken costs $20. At Winn-Dixie, going to a grocery store is like going to Disney World. Some families can go, some can't. So y'all, it's bad. I'm talking about it is bad. So when I see Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, Kamala Macho Man, Randy Savage Harris clap and do all these things for this man while we're suffering, it hurts because black folks, even how these black politicians don't see that we hurting, whether it's the mayor in Chicago or the New York mayor, like how can they overlook that? And so y'all, we gotta stand up, and I'm on it, y'all. I am on it. And if it's anything, I do appreciate you and Phil, for what y'all do at the Black Advice channel, man. I watch. I'm a big supporter, but we got to get Trump in there because boy, we broke, we ugly, it's rough out here, y'all, and it's time for a change. Yes. And and if you ever need the deacon to speak, y'all, or wherever, I'm a mentor. I do stand-up comedy as well, but ain't nothing stand up about my pocket because man, it's bad, y'all. You can't buy a Chico stick or Annihilator not down here. Yes, ma'am. A candy cane costs $6.87. I have never seen anything. It is so bad now, y'all, and I ain't never been this broke. It's so bad, y'all. You get off a job and go in a job. And he clapping with his RoboCop face. Yeah, y'all seen him. He clapping, looking like RoboCop in the face at his president union, like everything good. I say, man, look at him. Boy, I wish I would have put an onion and all at him. They would have had to arrest the deacon. But we got to change this, y'all. The deacon tired, y'all. Lord have mercy. You can't hand a sign up no more and try to get money now with your little sign. It's too many people out there at the corner now. And then the migrants holding their sign up. I'm like, y'all got toilet tissue. Y'all got everything. Y'all let us get, God dang it, Jose. Yes, man. And they got the whole neighborhood smelling like beef steaks and burritos. We can't sell no fish, no ribs. It's crazy how we allow them to just come and have all the good stuff while we sit here and suffer. And they families come together for all the holidays while we just apart and just looking at each other. We got to get black men and black women in these homes We need black families. That's why we voting Republican. It's time to get rid of this whole, and we'll get the abortion thing. We need our black children. We declining, y'all. They around here, the migrants having lots of babies, having good sex, while we around here broke and gotta work jobs while everybody else live their life. That ain't right. So we getting your ass out of there. And Donald Trump, we coming. And he need a black vice president. The deacon might go on and take the offer. Yes. Yeah.
You know what? I'm so glad you came up here because I can't already talk, but boy, I'm gonna die of laughter for sure by the night is over. But let me ask you this: how do you feel when you hear people say, you weren't better off under Trump"? How does that make you feel? Like they know, right?
Yes, ma'am. A lot of them folks that saying that they had the PPI loan money, they forged it, but they ain't spend it right. So now what can they say if we wasn't better under Trump? Name one thing that Joe Biden did for us this whole 4 years, and they can't name nothing besides making our children get a sex change and reading LGBT books at that school and getting migrants and COVID shots. One thing did he do for us in all our cities? Because I ain't seen no check. We ain't get no stamp card. Ain't no Obama phone come through. He didn't do. He can't name anything. Yes. And it's crazy. And they always go back to this and that. And, well, he's racist. I wouldn't care if Hitler ran the country. Anybody better than old sleepy ass Joe Biden. Because Joe ain't doing nothing for us. He need to sit and settle down, and he need to fall and get up out of here. And he looked crazy, all that Botox. I thought that was an AI president. I said, man, why Joe? Why he look slimy? He look like a BBL up there. I ain't know what. I said, boy, he done got serious. I was looking at his backside. I didn't know. I just look weird now. Slimy, slipping president. I'm like, man.
You said he was like a RoboCop.
Yes, man. Yeah, I thought he was gonna die out there. I ain't think he was gonna last the whole hour. I say, man, Joe about to fall. Give him 10 more minutes, cuz he finna fall now. Look at them knees, they bucking. And then he get to stuttering. And when he can't read that teleprompter, y'all, America is. And then what's sad, you got these migrants, y'all, they racist toward us. Man, they owning all the stores, all the half stores in the hood. You can't buy nothing. They cooking our greens and all our chicken, but you better not have a burrito and some Chinese noodles in your stove selling their food. So they getting up, and we the race. And I tell these a lot of these illegal Hispanic boys, y'all cowards. Y'all ran from y'all hometown, y'all country. Why y'all ain't sitting in there and fight and make it better? Y'all just come down here, kiss ass, and now y'all getting all the benefits that our people supposed to have. So y'all black folks, we got to keep our head up. Don't let them try to make us feel bad. They ran. They left their hometown. Go clean up Tijuana and make it better over there. Yeah, you don't come off our hard work. It's time for us to stand up and start cussing people out because I'm tired of the disrespect. Yes.
Well, we do that at the booth, man. I'm telling you, I know you a comedian somewhere. You go up in them churches and they be busted.
Yes, man. I get to sweating and they have to. Yes, man. They pull the mic because a cuss word might slip out every now and then, but it's good though. Yes, ma'am. And where's Al Sharpton at? Where's that ugly lawyer that looked like a skinny Notorious Big? He always come when the cash cow. He always held his mama arm and hand when her son and got shot by a white police. But I ain't seen him do a doggone thing. Where the black lawyers at? To sue this government for what they doing to us. This crazy how they can do this to us and everybody just looking. Ain't no LeBron James say nothing. No nothing. Where's Colin Kaepernick? And he ain't kneeling. We got to see what's wrong with everybody, y'all. We can't support none of this stuff no more. We got a lot of weak men with bad hairlines that need to get the hell out the way and let us go on and get this right, y'all. Because, man, ain't none of these celebrities speaking for us. And I love the video about that white dude that was in that car saying he told black people to stop voting Republican. Voting Democrat. And now, look, I love it. I watch that every day that you had them posted. Yes, ma'am.
I know exactly what you're talking about. That white man was mad as hell. He said, I told y'all, this is what you get.
Yes.
Y'all didn't listen.
See, and too, and if y'all too, sister and brother, if y'all ever need a deacon to come and speak, man, or any, my number, I'm on the metro, y'all. My payment, the way Joe Biden got it, it's so bad now. He even taking the payment thing where they used to take the $10 off your phone. Now Joe Biden wrapping it up. Now this the last month. They say you got to pay all that $58. I say, damn, this is crazy, man. You ain't getting no break on none of your stuff, but Tito and Fernando getting all the good benefits and the stamp card and a credit card with a big truck with a spoiler on the back of it. That's crazy, y'all. Man, and I'm ready, and we too nice as black folks. We got to give everybody the same energy we give each other, because we won't let each other get away with nothing. But boy, every other race, we praying and bowing down and stop yelling brown. It's us by ourselves, y'all. Yeah, and we dying out. Black men, we got to get our health together. Get your god doggone booty looked at, your prostate and all that. Not no surgery, BBL, but you need to get your, because that stress and everything. Yes, it's bad in these homes. Ain't no ramen noodles like we ain't shopping right. Oh, my boy, Lord have mercy. And stop eating that Indian food at the Citgo. Yeah, that's another thing too. Yes, man, they eat them gizzards and them tater laws and them pork chops, and it tastes like egg salad. All they food tastes the same. I say, yes, man, y'all, it's bad. I'm telling you, yes, man, y'all, Lord. But my number is anytime y'all need the deacon to get on the show. It's 941, my area code. 249.
Don't give your number over the air, brother. You know what? Anytime we up here, we put the link up. Just come on up.
Yes, ma'am. Because I do love you, and I've been hijacked the show, y'all, and got on Joe Biden some more with that Rogaine hairdo he got, looking like Steven Seagal up there. I say, boy, look at you. And then Kamala, Macho Man, Randy Savage, you gonna stand and clap. You look like Jay-Z back there. If you don't sit you just call the man racist. You said all this stuff, Kamala. You said that he called us criminals and super predators, but you as vice president. Boy, you Democrats, hypocrites. You cannot be a Christian and a Democrat because they for abortions. They for all kind of evil. So how you serving God and Jesus and you're a Democrat?
Wow, let the church say amen.
Yes, ma'am. And y'all let these black kids live. Our black children are suffering, y'all. The migrant kids are doing better than us, our children, because the migrants got the mama and they got a family. We so caught up into this, and that's another thing. I believe they just really picked our race and they did a number on us. Oh my God. Yes, ma'am. Y'all, I'm telling you, but if we, like I said, keep these black children in prayer because these kids are dying every day. They ain't got no protection in these communities. A lot of the brothers, everybody, we just mentally, we all over the place. But y'all, man, so I love this, y'all. And the deacon, I'm going to give y'all a good prayer and get my broke tail back to work because, boy, look at here. They got me picking garbage up. Now, I do all kind of jobs. Y'all cut hair, I do security, and I pick garbage up on the side. But I'll do a little prayer before I leave on out and go on and don't let y'all get the show going. And y'all hit that like button, fans. And share this video. We got to get people to support. Let's wake these stupid Democrats up. Oh, man, if you look like TD Jakes, too, man, even if you're P. Diddy, go on and bring his freaky self over here, too. We got to get it right. But I go on and pray, oh, God, I ask that you touch the broadcast, God. We ask that they send it out, God. God, we need to stop voting for Joe Biden. No Kamala, God. Let's get the Black Duke Caucus the hell out of there. Oh, yes. No NAACP. God, it's time for a new change. We're going to go on and trump it up. God, we don't care if Trump said the N-word. Long as that PPI loan money keep coming, all that, and he clean it up, God. We need change, and we love you. And we ain't talking about Joe Biden's sex change. We talking about money change, and we love you, and we're hassalamabuba, and we say amen. Yes,
Amen.
man. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Thank y'all so much, y'all.
Come back and see us again, Deacon.
Yes. All right.
Bye. Now I don't know about that N-word. He can't get away with the N-word now. Michael, how are you today? Everybody says, have Deacon come back. We shall. Hilarious. I shouldn't even be laughing like that. My head is hurting now. But Michael, what's on your mind? Let's hear it.
Okay, Demetra, I know you've been doing a lot, and I really give you praise, courage for looking out for your people, including Donovan. But I noticed that you've been starting to communicate because of the cold, the weather we're in. So I had said in the comments, please take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, how are you going to fight for others? And I'm sure others are not looking out for you, but they're looking for you to be strong. So please take good care of yourself. Well, anyways, I digress.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. Any time. Um, what the deacon said. What the deacon said in your last conversation with you guys is he said a lot of things that were very interesting and that had a lot of points that were very important. Talking about how like a lot of men how a lot of men are struggling, working multiple jobs. Can't afford to afford to buy health insurance. Came in afford to take care of their families, and a lot of the shebang he said interesting. And whereas the migrants are being treated better like first class citizens, whereas Black Americans as a collective they're being treated as second class citizens for a country they fought for 400 years and counting. And I understand his frustration. What's the point of voting for Joe Biden, who hasn't really changed since he was a senator, president? Oh, I'm sorry, senator, vice president, and now president. So I understand why the tide is changing this year for 2024, especially for Black men, and of course for more younger Black millennials, not supporting the Democrats, because Democrats know what they need to do, but the problem is they like to talk the talk, but they don't like to walk the walk, and they use Black voters as a control study, like a lab experiment, like you said earlier. Like they just need the votes to see how many Black people voted for them. As an experiment to put in a literature, and then boom, our studies done. Now we could get it published. So I definitely hear on that. But I do want to expand on what I said. What you both said earlier about the first guy you had on your show talking about the financial crisis of 2008, who was in office in 2008. That's true that Obama came at the end of 2008 when the housing crisis happened, and it all started under Bush Jr. And by the way, Bush Jr. and Obama bailed out big corporations and banks. Well, Obama went two steps further, and he did it. He actually did it at a higher rate than Bush Jr. did. Bush Jr. did in his second term of office. And don't even speak to what you said earlier about Obama had a chance to bail out people. Yes, I agree. He did have a chance. Yes, he had both houses of Democrats, but we also had to look at the big picture. Who are the Democrats in both houses of Congress? It was not the progressives. It was actually the moderate Democrats, or I should say, the new Democrat. I'm sorry, the Blue Dog Coalition, if you know what I mean. The Blue Dog Coalition and the moderate Democrats, they control power in Congress, in both houses of Congress. When they control power, that means they get to say which policies are going to get introduced and which policies are not going to get introduced for especially for Black people. So I just want to let your audience know to be aware. Yeah, we can blame the Democrats as a whole, but we also have to pay attention which faction of Democrats don't have Black people's interests and which faction of Democrats do. And I think that's a good starting point. But I would say the moderate Democrats as a whole were the ones who really didn't do Black people really, really good since the Clinton years, Obama years, and up to the present. And a way for Democrats to really get Black people to vote for them in 2024 is, like you said earlier in your previous podcast, they gotta introduce legislation now, get something done now, implement now, then we'll vote. Because Democrats are using talking points about reparations, offering more business grants to Black people, because they know they're in trouble, because they know 2024 is not the 2024 presidential election. It's not too far. It's not too far in November coming. But in my chat section, I said, if I were the Democrats, I would offer economic message that's tailored to Black people. I would say this to them. I know Democrats are going to afford for me this because they know that I'm going too radical, but it needs to happen. Okay, if you want Yeah, that's true that that's true that there's racism from both parties. Okay, no doubt. But I do know that black people, they want to be self-sufficient. They want to get away from the plantation. They want to be able to provide for their family, start businesses, so that way they can avoid the racism, interacting with them folks and non-them folks. So that way they can be treated equal, and start going back to business. So that way they can take care of their families, and the wealth gap will be closed. And in that message, I said Democrats need to offer business grants. I'm sorry, offer grants for Black people who want to start their own small businesses. Offer cash payment reparations. Implementing a dividend fund. By the time when by the time when their babies are born from birth until 18 years old, their kids will have a lot of inheritance coming forward, just like non-black folks. If Democrats really care about the finances of Black people's economic suffering, they need to start that like right now. And you're right.
But the thing is, we know that they don't. So, and they are not even pretending that they do anymore. And so a lot of people are just saying, hey, I'm going to either vote for Trump as a protest vote, or because I feel like he's the better option, or I am going to vote for the couch. Donovan, you have anything to add before I drop Michael down?
Well, I want to add this. My wife, she died, and how are you going to implement reparations? Her father was part white. So how are you going to implement? This is the answer that Jimbo Clyburn has said. They're saying, how are you going to do it? How are you going to do it? How are you going to delineate? That would be discrimination in the law. So you don't understand the law. Because if we do for this group, then we have to do for everybody. How you going to do it? How you going to? But yet the Asians got money. Mm-hmm. The Jews got money.
Hispanics, Native Americans.
And everybody's getting a bag. But when it comes to the Black question of Black people, we can't get money. And like you said, again, Michael, you brought up good points, but you also made up a great point in regards to the Democrats. You're saying that there's a bunch of Democrats that are there that are against reparations. They're against Black people being self-sufficient. So by definition, why would any Black person support a party where we can't even get a study on the damn floor, and we control the Senate, the House, and the presidency? Why bother at this point?
Right. I thought you say you don't want to stay, you just want the cash payment like right now.
No, I want my money. But the point is, don't give us the symbolism of, well, we're going to give you guys an HR 40 study. We want our money.
Right. And you know what? If I were your president, I would have done it immediately with executive pen and get criticized for it and then get kicked out. So let me ask you this, hypothetically. If I were to issue you guys reparations as president, and I know that my opponents will drop and I get voted out, would you guys vote for another candidate after my poll numbers were to decline, after issuing guys cash payment reparations to descendants? Meaning I would anger other people pathetically.
Yeah, absolutely. But see, that's the thing. Politics is about power. People don't want to give up their power. See, and the people that try to implement change, they either get killed or they leave the House and the Senate in disgrace, or the presidency in disgrace. That's how they handle these people.
Absolutely. So anyway, Michael, I'm gonna let you down so I can let somebody else up. It's always a pleasure. Come back and see us again.
You get better, Demetra. Your health comes first to build wealth.
I probably won't be able to rest until like Thursday evening, Friday.
Because your daughter needs you. Because she knows that you're the only mom to her. Please take care of yourself.
And she's the only daughter to me. I need her to take care of me. No, I'm just playing.
All right.
But thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Yes, indeed. It's always nice to hear from Michael. So I'm gonna get to the rest of these comments. You Black America, and what happened to you? I thought you was gonna come up here and get on our nerves. Oh my God, I can't stand him. Boy, that deacon had my head hurting with laughter. Yeah. Oh my
God. But here's the thing. Look at how the Arabs up in Michigan,
man,
they've got their foot down. They're saying, nope, it ain't happening here. You ain't gonna win. And that's a swing state. And look how quick Biden and the Democrats went up there to cater to, well, what do you guys want? What do you want us to do? I want you guys to think about this. We send billions of dollars to Israel, and we back them up 100%. You can't get food to the starving Palestinians because Israel is blocking the shipments. You mean to tell me America does not have enough swing to tell the Israelis, move your asses and let the shipments through? You mean to tell me these Zionists, we don't have enough stick to tell them, get your asses out of the way. We got to go build a bridge and a dredge to get over there. That's going to take more tax dollars. Yeah, or airdrop it in. But these are the people that we've supported for over 60 years. It's you know, and people are like, oh yeah, I'm thinking, what are you talking about? These guys owe us a solid. They owe us a solid. We should be just tell them, move out of the way, let the food come in. No, it's a genocide going on. And I'm not, you know, trying to harp for the Palestinians, but look how they're standing on their business. They're like, no, you're not getting our vote. You know what's going on. We're not backing down. Us? Well, you know, if we just vote this time, maybe NASA change. There was always that Negro on the plantation that was telling you, don't run, stay. Where you gonna go? Where you gonna find a better house when you get here? A better treatment than you get here? Well, what's out there in the unknown? You always had that Negro that was always willing to tell you to stay and just stay put, be safe.
And then if one of them run off, they be like, there he is, master. There he is. You need me to help you. So yeah, absolutely right. I couldn't have said it better. Brooklyn Bandit, how you doing? And it's only 100,000 Arab voters in the state. We have millions in most every city. And I think it said it was to the tune of 100,000 of them that did not show up. They said we're just gonna vote non-committed. So, and it was somewhere else too that they decided to do that. So they're letting Joe Biden know, we ain't what you're doing. We're not for it. And now you're starting to hear the language of the Biden administration change in regards to what's going on in the Middle East. So somebody says, hi, Minister Farrakhan. Yes, indeed. If you guys didn't check out Savor Day speech, it was amazing. He did speak about that. Brother Rodney, how you doing? He says black folks are afraid of being isolated any more than we already are. Kevin Earl, how you doing? Says Trump wins, he will give United States of America to Putin. Bet that. He's already shown us what he will do. Well, I mean, if that's true, I mean, would that be better or worse than what's going on now? I mean, look who Biden is giving the United States to. He's giving it to everybody but the American people. You got American people. Somebody mentioned student loans. Like with the student loans, they're expected to pay that money back, but he's giving everybody and their mama in other countries and everything else billions of dollars, but he wants you not to be late. You know,
you guys know in Israel, their higher education is free. Their college is free. You want to know why it's free like that? Because we give them billions of dollars that they don't have to work for or do anything for. So all of their people, the Zionists, they can go to college for free.
Right. Be in forever. I hope you're doing well. Much better than the last time. He says 1 million black people plus a march in Chicago during the National Democratic Convention. We need black people from every state representing. Let's show the world and the nation we are one. Yeah, been in talks about showing up there, in solidarity with everybody else, and really from a reporting standpoint to see what's going on. But yeah, we definitely should make ourselves heard. Like, y'all conjugating to do what?
Right. Now, in our topic here, we're talking about the black women coming back to the Democratic Party. We've got black women that are Ketanji Brown. We got all the vice president, black women as a vice president. We got all these black women in Congress, judges, all of this black girl magic. The question we need to ask is, why aren't these black women standing up and telling us the real deal, things that affect their children? If we don't get police reform, that son or that daughter of yours is going to get their head bashed in by that cop because you didn't have police reform. How many black female police chiefs in major cities have we had in the last 20 or 30 years? There's been a gang of them, but has the police culture changed? No. So what is the black woman's role in regards to where we stand today? Because you are the center of the community. Now, if the black women aren't going to stand up and say, hey, this is some bull crap. This is, you see what I'm saying? They've got these platforms where they can sit and say, you know what, this is not right. But no, we get black women like your Simone Sanders and all these other people up there that will tell you the opposite of what they should be telling us to make us come together.
Absolutely. Let's see here. Brother Rodney says, "Are you are Dimitri and Donovan going to the Democratic Convention in Chicago?" I'm thinking about it. Thinking about showing up and just seeing what's all gonna take place.
I'll be watching from the Dominican Republic.
Wow. And hey, Jessica Jackson, long time no see. You say showing up at the DNC has to be go red. Yeah, I know the people in Chicago gonna turn up. They said they flipping Chicago red. The Democrats are done. Black America, I saw you came up earlier. How are you doing this evening?
Good afternoon, Miss D and Donovan. You need a halls, baby, like quick.
I'm gonna eat it right now while you talk. Go ahead.
That California weather got you messed up this weekend. That's all right. You ain't come see me in Vegas. I don't care.
Next
Donovan.
month.
Oh, okay. I'll be waiting with bells on, and that's it. Donovan, and Miss D. I hope that the black guy that was talking, the deacon dude, I hope he was trying to be funny. I don't think it's real funny. The fact that, like, I'm gonna ask both of you guys: have you guys had jobs without health insurance? Either one of you.
Yeah.
Donovan, have you had you've had a job without health insurance?
Yeah, because remember in the military, I always worked a part-time job. So I'm thinking of my part-time jobs that I didn't have.
No. See, and that's
you asked did he have a job without health insurance?
Yeah,
a part-time job. Working at Pizza Hut to me is not an adult job. That man said he was 45. Like I say, I hope he was playing, right? Because a 45-year-old man, if you haven't came up enough along the way to have a full-time gainful employment with some health insurance or some benefits or something like that, I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it is absolutely appalling. And you can't blame that on anybody but the person that is working that job. I am a felon. I am a Class A felon. I'm not no misdemeanors. I'm talking about federal penitentiary felon. And every job that I have had when I came home, I've had health insurance because I'm not a freaking moron. So they've all been full-time jobs. If we do have people in our community, you know, with that put themselves in situations as such, then it is, to me, it is 100% that person's fault. It's not the government's fault. It is 100% that person's fault. Michael says something. After a while, it started sounding like Charlie Brown Mama. I don't know what he was saying. And Donovan, when I say jobs, I mean real jobs for the immigrants, blue collar jobs. And you were saying what kind of blue collar jobs? Firefighting, police officers, plumbers, truck drivers. Immigrants can't get these jobs, bro. An immigrant cannot come and be a firefighter or a police officer or an electrician.
I don't know if you've been aware, local municipalities have been trying to push legislation to let them be police officers and firefighters. It's standing in the assemblies right now.
Okay, you know another thing that they're trying to push with the alphabet community? They're trying to put a P on the end of that. Do we all understand what that means? Also, when I say P, they're also trying to say that those P people are people too. P people are people too. Wow, that kind of goes, because they're trying to push it because, you know, you can't help who you love. Isn't that what we tell everybody? Oh, you can't help what you do.
Real quick, is that are the Democrats pushing that, or is that the Republicans?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Donovan. To me, they're all white people. Like, I know that sounded bad because I don't think I'm racist. I have a white friend. No, no, but you know, as far as it's people, and it doesn't have anything to do with Democrat or Republicans, Donovan. And I was trying to be good because I know it's like women's month or something, but it's what are women like and what are women allowed. You see what I mean? No matter if it's a Republican woman or a Democratic woman, no woman wants to see somebody get hurt. Us guys, we don't mind it as much. You know what I mean? Like if somebody does something to somebody and they get their just deserves, like we like, oh well, you kind of had it coming. Women don't want to see that. You know what I mean? In no shape, form, or fashion. So it's women that push these things. The Black Lives Matter type women, you know, that push these things. And unfortunately, you know, one thing that the man did say, the deacon dude, is that we don't have families. And, you know, I think it's a foregone conclusion that unfortunately, as far as us as Black Americans, you know, we're not going to have families anymore. Our marriage rates have been declining. They haven't even bottomed out yet. They're still declining. The only people that's getting married is that small percentage of brothers that like, you know, going to the dipping their toes in the middle. You know, it's not enough of us to be a community anymore. And that's really all I have to say.
Hello, Sparkling for Jesus. Yeah, Deacon said he wanted to come up. I don't know if he's coming up. I put the link up for him to come up. He wants to rebuttal some of the stuff that you said. I think a lot of people want to have a verbal fisticuff with you up out of the comment section over some of the claims that you leveled. Lord have mercy. So,
I didn't level any claims. I just made a statement. Like, you know, if this is not the good times era. Like, we have 24 hours in a day. If you didn't graduate high school, who fault is that? If your neighbor, because I got a lot of, you know, I'm a street dude, right? I told you this before. I'm a street dude, so I got millionaire friends. Hell, my friend just got divorced. He had to give his ex-wife $40 million cash and a house in Vegas and one in Florida. And I got friends that's still on the street that pitch. You know, they do hand-to-hand combat with drugs. So
do you
I
ever
mean,
eat out?
Do I ever what?
Go eat out at restaurants.
I will, but rarely. Maybe 2-3 times a year. Most times only if I go on vacation.
So the answer is yes, right?
Yeah.
Do you use I don't know, you grocery shop and you know things like that?
Yeah, I know how. Yeah.
So some of those jobs, some people would consider not a glamorous job, but guess what? Somebody got to do it. If Black America and Mrs. Black America go out to dinner, you know, a robot not yet is not going to come to your table. It's going to be a human. That may not be making that much money, but you can also argue, well, they shouldn't be working there. They should find something else to do. But then who is going to serve you if every waitress or waiter takes that attitude? So the point is somebody got to do those jobs to keep the economy rolling. Right?
Okay, I understand that, but when you came and seen Usher in Las Vegas, right? You had a good time, right?
I did.
So you know who makes the less in the hotel? Out of all of those people you've seen. Once again, I worked in the biggest and best hotel in Vegas for 15 years after I got out of prison. Do you know who makes the least in the hotel out of all of those people you've seen?
Enlighten me.
It's the people that go around and sweep up the floors. And they still have full coverage health insurance. They still make over $20 an hour for
But
sweeping
they're
up
in a
and wiping off.
union. You're in that union down there. That's one of the biggest unions in Vegas.
But this is my point, Donovan. The problem is when you want something, just like you were in the military for 24 years, you didn't jump out just because, oh, well, I can go do some side contracting, like me driving over in Dubai doing fuel, because people was always shooting at us. You know what I mean? When you're doing the contract, it's certain things it's the decisions that people make, bro. It's not it's and that's what it comes down to, is the decisions and the life choices that we make as people. We can't blame anything else on somebody else that we are actually doing. Miss D, your daughter, I wish she was married, right? But your daughter's not married right now. You said I don't want no grandkids before I get a what they call them, a son-in-law. But yeah, I don't want no grandkids before I get a son-in-law. Every day as men, and I know you don't think so, but men that are still fishing for women every day after about 30, it's like a ticking time bomb. Her equity is going down, not as a person, but as a viable female for a good man. As far as I just had a nephew get out of the Navy, master's degree, went straight to the FAA, making $122,000 a year, 33 years old. He would look right past her because she's over 30, ain't got no kids. Like, what am I going to do with that? We don't look for you guys to build with like you guys think that men look.
Listen.
We look for the intangible things.
Listen. I can't speak for your nephew. I don't deal in absolutes. But we're gonna let Deacon. Deacon wants to come up here and give a reply to some of the stuff that you said. Brother Deacon, take it away.
Oh yes, the big Deacon back. Yes, he is. And I want to say, yes, sir, brother. And brother, you sound bougie a little bit, man. I got to you got to humble yourself, because you on top of the mountain now, but boy, you can get fired tomorrow. And I'll tell you one thing, me being 45 without health insurance, I don't know if you think it's a joke or if it ain't. It's I mean, like, you can't knock a man because he can't afford Blue Cross Blue Shield. It might be $1,000 where I'm at. But but I'm glad you got out of prison and found Yahweh, and now you got your good Walmart job now and everything, brother. But man, don't knock somebody that you don't individually know, because it's hard for all of us out here. I don't mind being honest and telling the truth about what's happening. And if I ain't got health insurance, it's a million other black folks just in the same situation like me. They might got cable, but ain't got no power. They might got a house but no water, and and so, man, I mean, I'm glad that you're eating good. You sound like you're doing good now, yes, sir. But brother, and you got to remember, this is a white man's world, and you can come to that job tomorrow and your ass get turned around as soon as you get there. So please, we got to be humble, man. That's why we trying to come together in these chats and stuff, because we do need each other. And and I'm being dead serious about the health insurance. But if I can get some, and there's some good free insurance at, instead of judging the deacon, why don't you send me something then? Send that Blue Cross Blue Shield of Florida. Look it up. Make
Okay,
sure that yes, sir.
I'm gonna give you the information that I give every. I'm gonna give you the same information that I give every young black man that I mentor. Okay, because you're right. I could come to work tomorrow and get turned around, and then all I would be doing is playing poker every day. That could happen. But I'm gonna tell you, like I tell each and every one of them, go and get a CDL and start driving trucks. The simple thing is, if you and everybody in the chat, this go for men and women, each and every one of you, go get a CDL. If you go get your commercial driver's license, It doesn't matter what you do, as long as you don't have any accidents or tickets, you'll never have to look for a job again. After 5 or 6 months worth of driving, they will always come looking for you. They'll be banging on your door. I'm driving back right now from California to Vegas. I could literally park this truck on the side of the road and start walking. And before I would reach a mile, I would have another job. That is how serious I am about this. You guys, you know, so to me, it don't really sound like it don't sound like you got nothing holding you back. Go get you a CDL.
I got the deacon got his CDL. He got his security license. He got his Class A hazmat, everything. But I'm telling you, with that and with that and with that, even if I have, I mean, you know, you still in the state of Florida right now under Joe sleepy ass Biden, you still need 4 and 5 jobs. And you right about the family. Maybe it'd work a lot better if we had wives and wives had husbands. And if all of us can come together, because living alone, see, the deacon live by himself. I'm in a 3-bedroom in a 2,000 house. But man, the interest, I bought it for $150, but now it's almost $300,000. If you look up the interest and all that in the state of Florida, they jacking up everything. So I say that to say this, even with the security license, the Class D, even with them CDLs, brother. Oh, and the deacon got preaching license, and he do the comedy for a little change, and he might go and get some sugar cane down there in Belgrade, in Florida. But at the same time, it still don't equal to the amount of what we paying in this world, because things is hard out here. So we got to continue to work 8 jobs, hustle, don't change at Winn-Dixie. But the deacon just ain't too proud to beg, and he being honest and very for real. And this is why this show, and I appreciate the sister and the brother that's doing this, because it's allowing us to get away from the bougie and get down to being real black folk and just being honest about our situation and letting the world know, hey, even if you pump gas at racetrack, even if you shook them onion rings at that Burger King, your ass is still loved and you still somebody. And we getting Joe Biden ass out of there, and we gonna bring Trump on in, because it's time for PPI loan money. I don't care nothing about the CDL money, well, just a little bit, but still though, you still need something for your backup, because you just can't depend on one income. And that's all we're trying to say. I even hustle a little Viagra if I had some. But I'm just telling you, brother, it's hard out here. So we got to continue to just grind. But man, you doing your thing in your box truck, I ain't knocking you. And man, hey, keep mentoring and doing your thing. But man, don't, boy, when you said something about the health insurance, I say, wait a minute now. I was just telling brothers to get their prostate checked and everything. But let's try to come together, man, and bring everybody together, because we don't need no more division. You get what I'm saying, my brother? Yes.
No, I can't, because I don't drive a box truck. I don't drive a box truck. I drive a hazmat truck. And you say you have your CDL with hazmat, you know, like I know, that these jobs, all of them, pay over $100,000 for that CDL with a hazmat. Go to any gas company. We know as truck drivers, you have your CDL. Walmart truck drivers start out at $72,000 a year. Okay, you people need to really think about this.
How the hell do you guys make more than pilots? I don't understand it. How do they make more than pilots? It's incredible.
Exactly, Donovan. Walmart truck drivers start out at $72,000 a year. I drive gas and diesel, deliver gas to gas stops and truck stations. I'm not making no $72,000 a year, bro. Not for what I do. You see what I mean? So, Deacon, I completely don't understand. I'm sorry, because you have your CDL. I'm very proud of you. Go do something with it. Stop sitting around with your hands underneath your butt cheeks and put your butt in the driver's seat and let's go. You in the same position as me. It don't sound like you starving either. You got the 3-bedroom house. You know what I mean? Like, you're not starving. And believe me, I'm not bougie. I done slept on many a floor at a dope fiend house. You know what I mean? So I'm far from that. And these are still my people from way back. So come on now. You can't say that. And all of these truck driving companies, and that's another thing, people. All of these truck driving companies give you life insurance and health insurance. 100%. You're not going to find one that doesn't. So I'm sorry, Mr. Deacon. I can't roll or rock with you on this one.
So let me. I'm gonna give that Deacon give you 30 more seconds, and we're gonna get out of here. I know Donovan's got a city council meeting to go to.
Yes, ma'am. Well, the Deacon just gonna pray real quick then, because this was about Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Oh God, again, God, I pray for the prison man. God, he just got out. God, I hope it. God, that he make good money this week. God, I pray that everybody can come together. God, salama, booba, baba, shaba. God, I pray that God, he get the Blue Cross Blue Shield. And God, we can just continue as black folks to look for ways to get Kamala, Macho Man, Jay-Z face, Randy Savage out of that White House and Joe sleepy ass Biden. And with that being said, God, let's let the beautiful sister continue to do her thing and let her and brother Phil, oh yes, God, do they thing. And with that being said, let the church say amen. And I am out of here. Hassalama booba baba shaba.
And I should have bought 100 too, baby.
Yes.
We gonna see y'all later. We love and appreciate every last one of you. Thank you, Black America, for once again putting the beehive in the comment section and stomping all over it.
See, that's why I don't like people from the country. You see all of that shuffling and all of that swoop putting. That's why I don't like people. Maybe it's from being from LA or living in the actual city. But I mean, you know, and you heard me when I called last week. I was out riding my horses and had my cows and chickens and all that. But I don't like country dudes. They mindset. It's a mindset thing with them. You know, I don't play on too much. I mean, I probably do like to play, but you can't be playing with no preaching now. You know, maybe when I was a teenager, I might have made fun of one or two of them. But come on, man! Like we really have to step our game up as people. We got to step our game up as people. All right, Donovan, I'll see you in 30 minutes. I'm getting a helicopter and be right back down that way because you know we ain't going to no counseling meeting tonight.
I just want to say that
I'll talk to you guys later.
King Shaw said exactly what I was thinking. LA is country. Okay. And so is River-Tucky, also known as Riverside, and Fon-Tucky too. That they country. But anyway.
That's where the cow industry was. We're really big. We got our milk. It was really, really big out there in Eastvale.
So Black America, you country too. Anyway, we're going to get out of here. We love and appreciate every last one of y'all. Lord knows we do. I'm going to try to be back here tomorrow. What is it tomorrow? It was Wealth Wednesdays, but it's our relationship show. I don't know. We might just do something different if I come back, if I'm feeling all right. And nevertheless, thank y'all for being here tonight. Love and appreciate y'all. See y'all later. And thank you, Common Man. I appreciate that. Everybody that came over here. Y'all have a great evening. Peace.